Hi, you're welcome to your favorite channel, the CEO Masterclass. My name is Festus Odije Erewele, and I'm a business coach. Today, we'll be looking at the topic, achieving the best result in decision making. We have talked on this channel before on the difference between taking a decision and making a decision. While it is the responsibility of business owners to take decision, the process of making decision is very, very important. Making decision is a process, it's not an act. It simply means that heads of unit, different people that work in an organization should be able to contribute. And in that kind of leadership, where you have the democratic setting that allows people to air their mind and say exactly what they feel or how they feel about a particular project, such can happen. Decision making can happen. I tell people with 20 years in banking, and most of the later parts in banking, when I started attending what they called MCC, Management Credit Committee, something came out so obviously. And what was that? Now, before your credit comes into the MCC stage, it means that it's over a particular threshold limit. For those who are bankers, you will understand what I'm talking about. And now, in that MCC, after you present your credit and everybody has heard your credit and they begin to make comment, something stands out. If the MD or the CEO makes a comment of rejection or declination of that credit, it is very certain that more than 60% or 70% of the people on MCC will tilt or gravitate towards the MD's decision. And this happens in every, if not every establishment, in most establishments, where you do not want to hurt the MD, where you do not want to hurt the owner of the business, where you want to align, where you want to say, I believe your dreams and I believe your vision. Even when what you're saying is 6, you want to believe it is 9. The Abilene paradox in management's decision-making process tells us that people who work in structured organization tends to gravitate towards the decision or the body language of the business owner. And that shouldn't be necessarily so. If you want to get an unbiased assessment of a process that you need to make or take a decision on, then there is something called the Delphi technique. Only those who are in structured organization or who have been in serious form of management would understand. But I'll break it down. It's a process of allowing experts take their independent decisions. Let them make an independent decision or an assessment of what they feel before you look at the entire process and then take a decision. It gives an expert advice. It gives something we call undiluted opinion that does not consider the emotions of the business owner. And that's how you get unbiased decisions that will take the company from the place of obscurity or bias to the place that is desired for every company owner. And so next time you are on that particular pedestal and you want to take a decision, let the heads of unit, let those who you think are reasonable enough to sit down and appraise the situation, do an unbiased assessment of what the situation is. And by the time they are done, you can then speak last. I remember that particular experience. And for the sake of keeping tag of not exposing some certain things, I remember when the MD, after I presented the credit, he said, Festus, no. And I said, I have to make a defense on this. And I started telling him exactly why it has to be a yes. If I have been given the responsibility and I have told you that I can, based on the market forces around me, then you should be able to trust me, either by the track record or by the experience that you think that I have. And finally, after the defense, many of the people who had joined the MD in saying no no, no. Immediately the MD said, okay, we will give it a try. Those people started coming back to say, we were wondering why you said no at first. And that simply tells us that the Abilene paradox takes place unconsciously in the places where we work. So, what's the lesson here for business owners? Allow people air their opinion before you make your final decision. I hope you enjoyed this episode. For more that will come your way next week, please ensure to subscribe and share to as many people as possible. This is the best gift of the year you can give to anybody. Here, it is undiluted, it is real, and it's true. God bless you. Do have a very blessed day.